thought my fighting days were over. But when the king decided to enforce everyone to wear pants, I had to do something. It's wrong. It's unnatural. We are the resistance. We are the anti-pants.
TikTok Wick.
Wick Hex is an innovative, tactical game where players manage the time it takes to complete a physical action instead of turns. Not only do you need to face brutal opponents, but you must also fight against the clock. Time, options, and resources are limited, so use them wisely. By managing time, the game puts players in the strategic mind of John Wick to pull off impressive feats. But to play like John Wick, you must think like John Wick. Spend the gold coins you earn to gain and keep the upper hand. Visit the tailor shop to look stylish and stock up on weapons and bandages that you can stash in levels for upcoming encounters. Be aware of your surroundings. Always plan 5 steps ahead as you take down enemies on your way to Hex, an international mastermind. When things go your way, watch the action unfold as you set out to dismantle Hex's network of underbosses. And when everything else fails? By thinking strategically, players will go through multiple complex combat scenarios and track down Hex in an all-new chapter in the Wick Saga.
Those were the days of my glory. I was chain-killing monsters, exterminating bosses, saving the world. All of that thanks to my creator. And now he is losing his faith in me. I have to find out why and prove him wrong. I will fall,
but also rise again. Stronger every time. I will adapt to the world changing around me.
No enemy will stand in my way when I'll unleash my fury.
Greetings, my name is Simo Talasranta. I'm the composer, sound designer and writer at Still Running. I'm very excited to talk to you today about our upcoming horror punk action RPG, Morbid the Seven Acolytes. Morbid the Seven Acolytes is the most gruesome take on the isometric Souls-like genre yet. The game is all about Lovecraftian horrors, Cronenbergian gore, and exploring an immersive fantasy world of gothic steampunk aesthetics, abundant with deep and tragic lore. In Morbid, you get to play as the last surviving Striver of Dubrum, a young but fierce underdog trained in both melee and ranged combat. Your duty is to defeat the Seven Acolytes, accursed and powerful beings possessed by the malevolent deities called Gahars, who've taken over the kingdom. Here we see one of the Acolytes, Lorne the Blind. Once a great leader of the proud sailors of Solia, Lorne fell for the Gahars, who removed his eyes and imprisoned him in the caverns of solitude. Bitter and angry, Lorne vowed to take the eyes of any traveler who by chance or purpose would ever cross his domain. One of the most impactful features of the game are the blessings of Magratheus, which allow the player to level up and customize the skill set of their character in countless different ways. As the amount of available blessings, slots, and skill points increase over the game, your options to develop your character branch out exponentially. You could become an expert in ranged combat, specialize in certain melee weapon groups, build a tanky bruiser, a sneaky assassin, an agile acrobat, or go absolutely nuts with your build and try something completely different. All in accordance to your preferred playstyle, of course. The land of Mornia is both vast and diverse. Rummaging through every nook and cranny of the world might take time, but rest assured you will be rewarded. Some of the best loot in the game lies off-road or can only be earned through beating the many optional bosses and side quests of the game. Early on in development, we knew that the boss fights will be a central feature in Morbid. Therefore, a lot of blood, sweat and tears, and hair, I might add, have been shed to make them as awesome as possible. Here we see Lady Tristana, Mother Grief, a controversial character who uses her own placenta as a weapon. We really wanted to do something unforgettable with the Acolytes, and thus each new boss fight aims to bring something fresh and exciting to the table, upping the ante both conceptually and gameplay-wise till the very end of the game. It's also worth mentioning that all the Acolytes have their own epic tracks on the fully orchestrated soundtrack of Morbid, so be sure to keep an ear out for them. We will also have a dialogue system in the game, which further enables us to bring Mornia alive, as the player can interact with the many interesting characters of the world. But more on that on a later date. Because another important feature we'd like to present to you today is the sanity meter, the blue bar on the left side of the screen there. Sanity has both thematically and mechanically a large role in the game, as the player has to manage her mental health whilst facing the abysmal horrors of the accursed kingdom of Mornia. Losing your sanity to the many mind-draining monsters of the world naturally has some pretty nasty side effects. However, you can work the deranged state of your character to your advantage, if you're skilled enough. Morbid the Seven Acolytes is no walk in the park. Challenging foes, mini-bosses and large-scale boss fights are central features of the game. To overcome these obstacles, you must master the combat and the mechanics of the game, as well as improve your character and gear through various RPG elements such as quests, perks, runes, upgrades and of course, looting. We are very excited to be bringing Morbid the Seven Acolytes to Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One later this year. So stay tuned and follow us on social media to join us in taking the final steps of the development and to be among the first to know the official release date of Morbid the Seven Acolytes. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your time. Magratheus bless you.
かつて憎み合っていた兄弟が仲良くこの僕に挑むわけですか。面白い。
思うようにはいかないものだ。まったく。あんたはいつも俺に今度だ後でだと嘘をつき挙句死んだ。だから今度こそ約束は守ってもらう。
おののくがいい。1000人に達したこの僕の力に。
脱皮か。蛇の真似事だけはうまいな。
蛇僕はもう蛇ではない。完全な1000人の力は蛇を脱皮し竜へと昇華したんだよ。どんな能力も併せ持つ僕には誰も届きはしないのさ。
お前の運命はすでに俺に握られた。それをなす内派の禁術、それがイザナミだ。
俺は自分を信じてるからな。絶対負けねえってばよ。
僕は僕を僕にしたいだけさ。さあ行こうか。先方無機転生。行き過ぎてるだろうこの力。
サスケ、あっサノお前がこれからどうなろうと俺はお前をずっと愛している。
私は絶対に見つけ出す。この肩立ちバサミのもう半分を持つやつを。そいつは父さんの敵だ。てめえが知ってることを全部話してもらう。力ずくでもな。飛竜印刷機。 あんたがこの学校で一番偉いんだって？だったら聞きたいことが。
的井龍子と一角。なるほど。貴様的井一心の娘か。
気に入らねえ。ぶっ潰してやるよ。お前の五体操に並べてる野望やら能楽やら全部。
カムイとは、生命繊維とは何か。その全ての謎は私が知っている。
お前と違って私は一人じゃない。私と鮮血の二人で戦ってるんだ。お前なんかに負けねえよ。キルラキルザ・ゲームリフ2019年発売。お前たち待たせちまったな。
楠瀬真由美だよ。かしこまりました。さやは迎えを待ってるんです。起きろー。主演の二階堂レイです。
Let's rock and roll. One man and his guns in a world invaded by demons. The Warlock with his magic powers. Yeah. And powerful weapons. Groovy. Must take the Earth back. Piece of cake. Armed with skills and spells to challenge the evil. Let's walk into hell, you and I. Only one man can become the ultimate demon killing machine. I never asked for this. Oh wait, I did. And enter hell to conquer it. Yeah. I feel lucky. Project Warlock. Only on GOG.com.